Hello and welcome to Din's Champion. This is currently in early access on Steam, as you can see by the the alpha text there. This is a roguelite, massively very unique progression, base building, sort of like nemesis system sort of thing. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about as we go into the game here. So, new character. There are multiple different classes available, as you can see right here. Weapon Master, Assassin, Healer, Fire Mage, Archer, Necromancer, and Minstrel. And all of these icons, you see all these icons right here? They are classes. Yeah. Insane amounts of choice. You can also play on hardcore or semi-hardcore. Basically hardcore, whenever your character dies, it's dead. Semi-hardcore, if you lose enough vitality, you're dead. That's it. So it's a little bit more forgiving, but death is very painful in that regard. Okay, so I'm going to play as a fire mage. Yes, I'm going to play as a fire mage, and we're going to be calling ourselves Bruce. Why not? Let's do it. And we can also create a new area. So this is basically the gameplay loop in the game. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be starting from all the way down here. This number is the level that the monsters will start at. If you want a difficult game, choose a level higher than your character level. If you want an easier game, choose a level lower than your character level. So you can see here, if I select this, I am now on harder. If I select this, then I'm on normal. So you can do whatever you want. You can literally go to 20 if you want to do that. Right? You can literally go to 20. Obviously, you can't do anything more than that unless you're playing on elite difficulty, legendary difficulty, or champion difficulty. I don't currently have any of that because, as you can see, they're locked behind level requirements, which is actually very reasonable. I have never gotten a character beyond level 5 because I'm not very good at this game, okay? Despite actually really loving the concept, I love the concept of this game. I think it is absolutely fantastic, super, super unique. And we're going to be Grand View. There we go. Grand View is going to be our world name here. We are going to have area size medium, and the pacing is of course going to be on normal as well. This affects how fast monsters respawn and how fast quests advance. So for someone that hasn't really played a significant amount, yeah, we're basically just going to be going for a completely new region here. We are going to not enable any of these things. Maybe more monsters than you? No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to make more monsters, thanks very much. We're just going to be going for a normal amount. Alright, so we're in the game. As you can see, we do have a help system, and the help system will pop up whenever we encounter something new in the game. Alright, so this is my character right here. As you can see, we do have a crude pickaxe as well as a short staff. I'm literally just going to be putting the staff over here for a real quick second. And let me see. Okay, what is this? What do I... okay, I'm not equipping any of that yet. Okay, that's absolutely fine. No problem at all. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to get some wood. Let me just explain this real fast. What is this red stone right here? This is literally your life. If you lose this, you will lose this area. Now, that's obviously not really the premise of the game. The game objective is this. Your objective as Din's champion is to defeat your arch nemesis in each area that the god Din sends you to. Win or lose, Din will send you and your entire town to face your next challenge. I did say it was base building, didn't I? Anyway, if you're successful in defeating your arch nemesis, Din will reward you greatly. If your lifestone is destroyed, the evil gods will banish you from the area. But it does mean you can continue to use your character over and over and over again as long as you don't play on hardcore, of course. Now, this is a player gate. This is used for teleportation around the world. And indeed, we are going to just be mining a couple of things here. Or, shall we say, not mining, but we are actually getting some wooden blocks. This is going to be extremely important for us because wooden blocks are going to be useful for every single thing that is going to be basically that you need in the early game. pretty much. And I'm talking mostly about torches. Torches are extremely important. So you can see here, this is the crafting menu. You can access this by pressing F or in the menu down below. And we're just going to be getting a whole bunch of cedar torches. And we're also going to be getting a workbench. So the workbench is going to go into our inventory, which is accessed by pressing I, of course. And then we're going to be placing that roundabout there. Then we can select this, and this is going to enable you to unlock a whole wide variety of extra things that you can create. And there is indeed even a wood novice wand, which allows you to see what the damage profile is and all that wonderful stuff. I am probably going to be going for a short staff sometime soon. Yeah, if that is actually something I can go for. Obviously, I would like to get a stone pickaxe as well. That's going to be fundamentally much better. Digging power 13, digging power 26. Yeah, so obviously that's much better than what we're currently using. And then obviously we have a wooden door, wooden platform, and various other things like that. I probably just create a couple of platforms here as well. Obviously, the easiest way that you can progress in the game, from what I've seen so far, is literally just getting as much wood as possible, making sure that you're prepared for any eventuality, because that is actually one of the biggest things. If you leave your limestone and it gets attacked, you're going to have some issues. It's going to be very, very difficult to come back there unless you find a gate to, use to teleport. Yeah, otherwise we can also select the limestone here, and you can see here, this is our first initial quest. This is our current nemesis. Gorot the Drainer is in this area. Zombie lords are an extremely dangerous zombie resulting from the zombicide finally conquering the orcs. Zombie lords have access to the full strength of the orcs and the intelligence of the elves. Dark lords are the strongest of the zombie lords. They usually use other minions to do their bidding, but they are still quite formidable warriors. Okay, so yeah, in other words, I can accept that, and then obviously this is the win quest for this area, and we need to defeat Taylor the Giant. And defeating him is why Din sent you to this area. And we'll accept that as well. Why not? There we go. Now, I can roam around however I so desire. And we've got some goblins right here. They died. That guy died very, very easily, as you can see. And we do get experience for pretty much everything that we do. There is a health stone here. Use skills to attack. Okay, well, I did just attack it. Let me actually just be a little bit careful about taking damage here. Oh yeah, by the way, it uses kind of like an Elder Scrolls system, where whenever you use an ability, you're going to be gaining experience in that ability. So, the more that you use it, the better. That's pretty much it. Now, let me just actually see something real fast. Yes, I haven't spent any of my skill points so far. The main reason why I haven't done that is because I have no idea. Yes, there are a lot of different things that you can go for here. You could spec into staff combat, wand combat, defense bonuses, mana regen bonuses, potion and drink, and of course your first initial skill, which is your fiery blast, which I am going to be speccing into right away. That sounds fantastic. And as you can see, I can use fiery blast right there, and boom, I can actually start blasting away however I so desire. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a little bit of a something here, where I am going to go straight down. We're going to go straight down through here, going to just mine away a little bit of the stone here, and we are going to try, if we can, let me see if I can do that. I'm going to see if I can maybe snipe a couple of these guys. I highly doubt we're going to be able to make that work, but maybe we can. Also, let me just see here. We need wood platforms. Yes, wood platforms. We're going to be placing them around about there, and I think we can place them. There we go. Yes, and wood platforms, as you can see, you can then, step on them, and then you can use them like a ladder-ish kind of situation, and then it's going to be a lot easier for us to make our way up and down and do all that wonderful stuff. So yes, we're just going to be getting the copper ore here as well. Also, by the way, you can mine in the background as well. So, for example, as you can see, because it is 2.5D, sort of graphic style, you can mine in the background by right-clicking with the pickaxe equipped. So yeah, there's also that available if you want to. And for me personally, I think that's actually pretty cool, because then they can place multiple sources of resources pretty much right there, you know? It's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's see if I can... Oh, wow, I killed that guy instantly? Wow, that guy literally had no idea. He had no idea what was about to befall him, did he? Okay, so we can actually open up the door here. You can even lock the door, as you can see right there. So I can lock the door, boom, there you go, unlock the door so players and town members can open. But no, I've locked it. They can't do it. There you go. Alright, so let's actually just attack here. Actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Let me just open this up, and then we'll do some damage. Oh, yeah, big damage coming in right there. And obviously, you can see the skill screen right there. It obviously tells you that you can unlock, once you reach level 10, the next level of skills. Pretty crazy. And then you also have another level of skills right there. Pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, otherwise, apart from that, we're done with this. We actually have a full... surprisingly enough, a full little house here, which is pretty insane. I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh, look at this. We just got a wood short staff. That's great. I can identify the item, and then I can actually use it. This is going to be fantastic for me. Oh, did I just drop it? Yes, I did just drop it. Okay, yeah, let me actually just place that on there. I can't actually see how to put it on there appropriately. All right, so yeah, anyway, now we can jump up here and we can do a little bit of damage. Yes, a little bit of damage. Oh, nice critical hit. Oh yeah, kill that. Okay, this guy is actually fire resistant, as you can see right there. Very, very difficult to kill this one. Most of these enemies die instantaneously, but this one clearly is a little bit more experienced. I only have 3 wooden platforms. Might be a bit of a problem. We can actually take some cotton here in the meantime as well. Let me see. Oh, I can actually reach. Yes. There we go. 96 experience for that. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. There are also skill augments. So active skills on the hotbar can be modified with skill augments. Each active skill can have up to 1 major augment and 3 minor augments. Many of your skills available on the skill screen can be used as augments. So press the small up button on the hotbar below the skill you want to modify. Open the skill menu. Click on the skill you want to use as an augment. Must have skill points in it. Click on a major or minor augment slot over the main skill in the hotbar. So I don't really understand that much, but you could see here, this is all you need to do. You just select this and then you put skills there. So for example, if I wanted to, I could probably put mana bonus. I don't have that unlocked at the moment, so I can't do that, but I could probably do that. But yeah, it's pretty easy to work it, but it is, you know, a bit of a learning curve. Let's just say that. So yes, anyway. There are skill types, passive, active, and support. As you can see, obviously very, very easy to understand what those are. Support skills work similar to passive skills, but only work with specific other skills. And then we also have money. 100 copper pieces is 1 silver piece, and 100 silver pieces is 1 gold piece. Bear in mind, that's probably going to be pretty important. And to interact, you can press E. Okay, so we are just going to be placing, let's place that round about there. And then we can get back up relatively easily, and then we're gonna be a little bit careful about these goblins. There we go, getting potential explosions, and we've discovered the brutal tropics. Oh, okay, very nice. And we can also use this lever, and the gate has been activated. Which gate? Which gate has been activated? That's the question. I don't know. Alright, so I've returned to our base, and you can see here your base gate allows you to quickly teleport to places around the world where you found gates. To activate a gate in the world, simply use it. Once it is activated, you can return to it from your base gate whenever you want. So in my case, I now have the ability to go through here. This is the map, by the way. Yes. Yes, I know. It's massive. Yes, it's massive. And indeed, there are 2 of the nemesis that we have to destroy, and then we also have another one down there, and there's a bunch of different quests available in all the, you know, all the different areas that you can go into. And then, let me just zoom in here, because this is insanity. Just look at this. This is something that I can go to right here. Look at that. The brutal tropics. I think this gate is where I can go, right? Yep, there we go. Okay, so I've literally got... Oh dear, I might have killed myself. I don't know. Maybe I've killed myself here. This might be a little bit problematic. Okay, what do we got? Oh, outstanding diplomacy agreements. I am the flame and you are the moth. Come and burn. Yes, as well. Maybe, sir. Maybe. I don't know whether I'll do that just yet. Okay, so I'm obviously discovering a couple of places because this, you know, actually does provide us with a pretty significant amount of experience, pretty easy experience at that. And we do have these enemies that want to murder us, but thankfully I am very good at this game because I can press spacebar and jump. Yes. I'm obviously joking. But yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. Just got to wait for my mana to come back. And there you go. Look at that. We are now level 2. And skinning is also level 2. Very nice. Let's continue moving on. Oh, who do we have here? A Blood Clan Orc Berserker. We immediately murdered him. Very nice. Beware of demons, it says. Okay, I've also looted a sword, and there's also some things on the ground here. So let's actually have a look. Once you've won or lost an area, you will be able to transition to a new area, bringing along your character, items, town NPCs, buildings, and objects in or near those buildings. Din will protect and carry over everything within about 15 feet, 15 blocks, or shall we say 30 feet, 15 blocks, of your placed house deeds and your lifestone. Putting up house deeds is very important to mark your territory. House deeds are craftable with, I believe, stone blocks. There are many ways to regain mana when your mana pool gets too low. The easiest way is just to let it naturally regenerate, and there's also mana potions, altars, and various other things. And then we also have leveled up to use your attribute points, open up your character page, defaults to the C key, and use your skill points, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's obviously fine. And as you can see here, unlike most games, Din's Champion has a very dynamic world. Each and every area will be very different. Without giving away any spoilers, when an NPC says, do this quick or something might happen, it will probably happen if you don't do something about it. When an NPC says, hurry, they really do mean it. The game will change depending on what is going on in the area when you arrive, what you do, what you don't do, and even what the monsters do. So keep on your toes and solve the problems as quick as you can. You are Din's champion after all. And I am probably the worst person he could have sent. But yes, there you go. Alright, what do we got? What is this? What is this thing? A Styrak. Okay, that is actually looking remarkably dangerous. Let me just move away from that very nicely. By the way, you move slower when you are walking backwards and you're facing the other direction, just so you know. So if you want to move faster, turn around. You know, that's the big thing there. Okay, so now I have 2 skill points, and I can now get myself a Shield of Fire. I don't know what this does. It deals 10% of max damage to the attacker when hit. Okay, it protects you from fire damage as well as burning enemies who hit you for a while. Yes, I'm not a big fan of that, so what I am probably going to do... I could technically save up, by the way. I could save up skill points if I wanted to. So if I want to take the risk, potentially, of leveling up again, and then going for something like Fire Mastery or Flame Blade or Sweeping Flames. Basically, Flame Blade allows you to be like a battle mage or something like that, which I think is very, very cool. Or I could go and just basically hold out for the Fire Elemental. As you can see here, I would need 40 mana to be able to cast this. I have 45, which means that I'd be able to cast one of these, and it would take 2 minutes for it to come off cooldown. And it lasts, as far as I'm aware, 1 minute. So for a very difficult fight, this could be extremely, extremely useful. I am going to be spending this in Fiery Blast, though. I want to increase my Fiery Blast ability, try to do more damage with that, and we are going to be increasing our intelligence, because that's going to provide us with more mana regen, and I am very much interested in that. We could also go for other things here, like Vitality, that's health regen. Dexterity, what does that do? It's more about attacking. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I think Intelligence is good. And we're going to increase our mana by a pretty significant amount there. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. Alright, so it says beware of demons. What is this? I don't know what this is. By the way, obviously I can mine down into the world if I want to. So generally I could potentially go and enter the mines, and I could get a bunch of stuff down there. Our base is under attack. Oh, okay, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, so that is a bit of an issue, isn't it? Okay, so I should run back to the gate and use that. As you can see, there is actually something down there. A sort of like a magical being of some kind. I should probably go and investigate that whenever I can. And where is the gate? Oh, no. I seem to have traveled a relatively far distance, haven't I? Yes. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Hello there, sir. Really? One of these guys? Come on now. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we do have a bunch of people in this area here. As you can see, there's a scamp down there. And ways back to your base. So, you can always walk back, but that's slow. In general, the best way is to use the nearest gate. These gates allow instant travel. You also have a teleport stone on the bottom left of the main game screen, but that can only be used once per world. The only other option is dying and resurrecting, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, because you know what happens. Even when you're not playing on hardcore, you will drop all of your items. Just bear that in mind. You will drop all of your items in your bag unless they are on your quick bar down at the bottom of the screen. So just bear that in mind there. Alright, so what's this? Gems go into empty sockets found with some items and can be used to craft runes. Oh, that sounds nice. Alright, yeah, we got a bunch of those. That's pretty cool. Alright, I like the jumping, by the way. The jumping feels really, really good in the game. Alright, so let's have a look. Yeah, a crude rune station. That sounds fun to me. Let's get that. Let's put that around about here. Thank you. And then we can indeed maybe craft a rune. Nope. Okay. Unfortunate. I don't have what is required to be able to craft any of these. But I'm pretty sure that my yeah. I mean, let's just say I'm pretty sure that my main weapon right now doesn't. Oh, it does have a socket. Oh, now I'm annoyed. Ah, dear. Ah, okay. Let's have a look. What can I do about this? Fits in a socket. What does this actually provide me? 2 intelligence. Okay, I can't move item here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ah, wait a minute. There he is. There's our first NPC. Hello there, sir. There we go. He is a two-handed vendor. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford anything. I could sell some stuff to him, but what am I going to sell? I guess I could sell this. Yes. Yeah, drop onto the vendor to sell it. There we go. And sell that. There we go, very nice. And we can also sell this potentially, or maybe not. No, leather scraps can be tanned at a tanning station. Yes, indeed. Okay, yeah, so vendors, obviously, there are weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, jewelers. They each carry different items, but you can sell any item to any of the vendors for the same price. To buy an item, just move the item from the vendor's inventory to your own, right-click on it, or use the buy hotkey. It defaults to numpad enter. To sell an item, just move the item from your inventory to the vendor's or hit the sell key, and that also defaults to numpad enter. So, yeah, very, very cool that we have him now. I'm going to kill you, dunce. Yes, indeed. I'm very sure that he will. Alright, so we got 2 people down here. I'm sure that this is where the guy actually wants to move in. So I'm a little bit worried about that, because if he wants to move in here, we might have some issues with that. Because there's no door. I'm going to need to... I will definitely need to craft a door for him if he wants to move in there. So let me just do that right quick. There we go. Let's craft that nice little wooden door right there. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Kind of wish that these craftables would be automatically added to my quick bar, but, you know, that's just how it is. And now let's just place that down there. There you go. All right, so this is looking great. Now we can do this, do that. There we go. And now it is a completely insulated house, so it should be absolutely fine. He should go down over there, potentially. I'm not entirely sure when he will do that, if he will do that, but I feel like that's very, very cool. And yeah, okay, so basically what we can do now is, if we want to, we can start mining down into the world, or we can start going over to the left here. As you can see, there is actually a number of enemies in this area. Oh, I literally killed someone that gave me 500 experience. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, we do so much damage now, by the way. We do really, really big damage. What's this? Mushrooms? Yeah, we can obviously attack the mushrooms if we want to. There's some copper ore there, and there's actually something down here. Kind of intrigued. Oh, dear. Oh, there's a gate! Oh, that is nice. Wow, okay, I actually got really, really lucky with finding it. Oh, hello. That's a lot of enemies. Let's be very, very careful here. Thankfully, we are kind of a tank right now because these enemies are not actually very difficult. They shouldn't be that difficult at this point in the game, of course. But just bear in mind that you can still die very, very easily if you're not careful. Oh, who's that? Who's that guy? Hello there. I don't know who that guy is, but it's a quest guy. Yes, it's a quest guy, clearly. Can I go onto the roof? Yes, I can. Armor scraps. We've got some armor scraps right there. Okay, so can I open? Yes, I can. Okay, and now we can talk to him. How can I help you, Bruce? We can recruit him to town, recruit him to party. We can fight him if we want to kill him. Choose this if you want to fight this NPC. Is this really what you want? We can switch places, talk, and so on and so forth. Recruit to town. No available houses. Yeah, there aren't any available houses right now, but that's okay. That's okay, because we can actually do that a little bit later on. Let's just place this down here. We've got another enemy over there, kind of just chilling in the water. That's obviously fine. Nothing to worry about. Okay, we're going to have some issues getting back up. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Let's just place that roundabout there. By the way, the hotkey for placing torches, just like, you know, quick torches, is literally just tab, which is super, super nice in my opinion, because otherwise I would have some huge issues. Oh, no. Did I really just place that right there? Okay, can I get that? Yeah, I can get that back. Okay. That was really, really close. But yeah, I actually would like it if these things would automatically go back onto my quick bar. I think that would be very, very helpful for me personally. Okay, so let's place that here. And yeah, there we go. And now we can go back on here. And then we could potentially mine our way back up. However, obviously, we don't need to, because we could literally just use the gate and just go straight back up, which is extremely nice. And then what we can do is we can go right back down there if we want to as well. And you can see here that it shows you exactly what biome it is. It shows you that there's a house there as well. It shows there's a house there too. And you can also port to basically anywhere in the world, and it shows you what you've encountered because of the fog of war. Obviously, you can see here, everything gray is obviously not uncovered. So you can right-click and go back to this place right away, and then you can continue to explore, which I personally think is extremely cool. I love that. What do we have here? Oh, look at that, an altar. It regenerates everything and IDs repairs all items. That's crazy cool. Okay, we got some more enemies coming this way, but that's okay. This is the reason why I wanted to play a mage and/or a ranged character. It makes so much more sense to me because I don't really want to get into, you know, big battles or anything like that. Super, super, you know, close combat. Ooh, we have something up there, as you can see. Look at that. There is actually a person up there potentially. I don't think... Yeah. I need to go back to the crafting bench, unfortunately, because I didn't make any additional wooden platforms, and that's very important in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, I've now returned, and there's also a modification table if we want to. I think this is used to, yes, repair, enhance, and salvage items if we so desire. I can also craft the stone pickaxe that I wanted to make, and indeed there's also a house deed there as well. So this can place in a house to allow an NPC to move in. To be a valid house, it must be contained, not too small or too large, have a light source, have a way in and out, and have a deed placed on the wall. It needs a floor, ceiling, and walls, sides and back. Yeah, so there's that also. So I'm going to craft one of those, and then we'll just craft a bunch of wooden platforms, because we're going to need loads of them. Thanks very much. We're going to need so many. And then we will be going down here and actually getting rid of these guys, because they're otherwise going to be causing us a bit of a headache. Hopefully our two-handed weapon vendor will be able to defend himself relatively well. Alright, so here we go. Now we can place this. Actually, well, I'm going to obviously put this on our bar first, because that's going to be extremely useful for us. And then the house deed. I'm going to be placing that round about there, and then we'll place that here. There we go. Good house. There you go. It says good house, and there we go. We just unlocked our novice carpenter achievement. Even though, funnily enough, I didn't actually create this house, it says that I did, but, you know, that's the random nature of the game, of course. It's very, very cool in that regard. Anyway, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I think I've shown a decent amount of what the game is about, and it is immense. The scale of this game is absolutely crazy, and I have to admit, I love it. I think this kind of game is absolutely what I would love playing in my spare time, because there's just so much to do. and there are so many random little events that you're going to have. Like, for example, coming across an extremely difficult enemy, and then your base gets attacked, and then you're going to have to, you know, make your way back there. And it's just, it's just really, really fun in my opinion. I really am looking forward to playing more of this. Otherwise, if you'd like to check out Din's Champion, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.